The New York Jets for the last few years have been one of the laughing stocks in the NFL. It's been one of the bottom teams in the NFL. And last year was no different, which seen the Jets finish 4-13 in 2021. The Jets come into this offseason still looking to get out of their hole and improve as a football team. Under second-year head coach and quarterback combination, with Robert Salah at the head coaching position and Zach Wilson at the quarterback position, they made a lot of roster moves this offseason, which can help improve this football team. And today, we're going to discuss, can the Jets finally get out of that laughingstock hole and be one of the more improved football teams during this 2022 NFL season. But before I talk about that, make sure you guys leave this video a like, as it always helps this channel to grow. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post on this channel. But let's talk about the Jets. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me with my music and she look a little prouder.
Zach Wilson had an up and down 2021 rookie season, going 3-10 as a starter, missing 4 games due to injury, throwing for 2,334 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Now, a lot of people are going to look at those numbers and go, they are not eye-popping, and I understand it. But if you are new to this channel, I am not one that personally believes the stat sheet tells you the entire story of a player, and Zach Wilson is one of those players. He has some good moments and he has some bad moments in 2021. He needs to improve his decision making, he needs to improve his accuracy, but you can see that he has very good mobility outside of the pocket and can make some things happen, and you can see that he has a strong arm that the Jets can develop on in 2022. Zach Wilson comes into his second season, still under offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur's leadership, and I believe Wilson and LaFleur can get more rapport in 2022, and they can have a very much improved 2022 NFL season. The New York Jets have made vast improvements on both sides of the ball with additions and draft picks. And speaking of draft picks, I want to get into the 3 first-round draft picks that the Jets had back in this 2022 NFL draft. Now, if you ask for my opinion, I think they nailed all 3 of these draft picks, and all 3 of them can be very big contributors to this 2022 roster and going forward. The first pick that the Jets had in this year's 2022 draft was drafting Sauce Gardner, or corner, out of Cincinnati. Now, Sauce Gardner was the best lockdown corner in this year's draft. He has some speed, he can make things happen, and I believe he can develop to one of the better corners in 2022. And also, with another first-round pick, you draft wide receiver Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Now, I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I am a big-time Ohio State fan, so I've watched all of Garrett Wilson's game. And a lot of Garrett Wilson's game, he's a very good route runner. He has very strong hands. He can do a lot of things with yards after contact, and he could be a very good deep threat to Zach Wilson. The third first-round pick that the New York Jets had was drafting Jermaine Johnson in second out of Florida State. Jermaine Johnson can come in and be a pass rusher and make a big impact on the Jets defensive front right away, and he can wreak havoc in the backfield with this ability to play run. He's going to be a very stout defensive end, and he's going to be a guy that can develop into one of the better players in the NFL going forward. So I believe they nailed all 3 of those picks with Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson. You have offensively Elijah Moore already there, Corey Davis, who's a veteran wide receiver, already there. They signed CJ Uzomah in free agency to go along with the healthy Mekhi Becton, Lincoln Tomlinson, Elijah Vera Tucker on their offensive line. And not to mention, they also drafted Breece Hall in the backfield to pair along with Michael Carter. So the Jets have a lot of weapons that they invested in offensively, and not to mention they have a good backup tight end in Jeremy Ruckert, also out of the Ohio State, that they drafted in the 3rd round. So this New York Jets football team offensively has put a lot of weapons around Zach Wilson and Mike LaFleur's disposal to use those weapons with a lot of speed, with a lot of physicality in the backfield with Carter and Hall. So this Jets football team has made drastic improvements on both sides of the ball. Now, A lot of people are going to take this the wrong way when I say the Jets can be the most improved football team in 2022. Now, when I say that, I'm not necessarily going to go by record all the time, because at the end of the day, this is still a very young football team with still a lot of developing to do. But at the end of the day, with the weapons that they have around Wilson now and defensive young pieces that they have that can continue to grow into years to come, this team is going to be very much improved in 2022. They are still going to be in more competitive games that I believe with this roster and with the things that Salah can do with their defense and the things that Mike LaFleur can do offensively. They're going to win some of those games because they are going to be young and experienced, and they are going to start to learn how to win. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that the Jets are going to take this massive big step, that they're going to be a playoff team, that they're going to be a very competitive playoff team going into 2022. But what I mean when I say the Jets can be the most improved football team in 2022 is, number one, you're going to see a lot of the growth of this team going forward, and a lot of the growth that has to do with the development of Zach Wilson into year 2 versus what we saw in year 1 from him. He has more weapons at his disposal with adding Garrett Wilson, along with Braxton Berrios, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, and then you also add CJ Uzomah in free agency to help with that. With the weapons of Breece Hall and Michael Carter, I think you're going to get more out of Zach Wilson now that he has some more tutelage and he has some more tools to play with offensively. And then you go with this Jets defense that is still learning the 4-3 set under head coach Salah, who's, I believe, one of the better defensive minds that we have in the NFL. I just truly believe that this New York Jets football team is going to continue to progress and is going to continue to take those steps to be a very good football team in the future. Now, for my 2022 projections of this New York Jets football team record-wise, I think they could be a 7, possibly an 8-win football team. Now, a lot of that is going to sound blasphemous, but I just believe with year 2 under Wilson, with year 2 under Salah, year 2 under Mike LaFleur's offense, I can believe that this Jets football team has the pieces around Wilson. It has the defensive pieces as well to be able to grow and to be able to take those steps to learn how to win, to learn how to be continuity, communication, all that things that go with being a very good football team. And I think you're going to see a ton of improvement from the 2021 Jets into the 2022 Jets. So this is why I believe that the Jets can be the most improved football team in 2022. But hey, those are just my thoughts on the New York Jets. Make sure you guys leave this video a like, as that always helps this channel to grow. And if you have gotten to this point and you are not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe, have a great and excellent day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.